Good morning. It is day 33 on the Continental Divide Trail. So today I'm leaving Ghost Ranch, headed back up into the mountains, heading towards the Colorado border. I'm probably 4 days out. That's just crazy to me. But may have some rain today, so let's hike.
My name is Michelle Bentley. I'm a retired Houston firefighter and empty nester who loves to get out and explore God's beautiful creation. For years, I've dreamed of hiking from Mexico to Canada on the roughly 3,100-mile Continental Divide Trail, the most remote and rugged of the long-distance trails in the United States. This year, with the support of my amazing husband, I'm beginning this epic solo journey. I love to share my adventures, so come and hike with me.
Still on the ranch, heading out now. I think I start off on a trail called the Box Canyon Trail before it takes me on up to the rest of the alternate to meet back up with the Continental Divide Trail. So really nice day here. I ate a lot. They had like a buffet style dinner. Got to visit with some other hikers and got a shower, washed out all my dirty hiking clothes. So I feel refreshed. Got a really good night's sleep. And actually had a room. I didn't have to camp, so didn't have to deal with tents or anything this morning. Just rolled out of bed and packed up, and I am hiking. So my goal, I'd like to hit, we'll see what the weather does, but I'd like to hit around 25 miles today, or maybe it's at 26. There's like a lake and campground. That would be ideal, but we'll just have to play it by ear, see how it goes. See you down the trail. Box Canyon Trail. I've actually done this trail several years ago when Steve and I visited Ghost Ranch. It's about the time I just heard of the Continental Divide Trail and found out this was an alternate. So we hiked up this trail. I remember it was really beautiful, and kind of hiked up to the top of the Mesa before we turned around. So this is kind of getting to revisit. It's a really pretty canyon, I remember, so I'm looking forward to it. They have these old, like adobe roof huts. I guess people used to stay in them. It doesn't look like it'd be that comfortable with the stone floor, but be a good little quick shelter from a storm, I guess. So there's a good chance of rain and some thunderstorms today. So hopefully I'll get up above all of this clay and mud before the rains come, because that was a mess. Man, it makes your shoes so heavy. And it'd be nice to get up to more trees too, so I'll have a little more cover and hopefully not get so wet. But I'm ready. I got my rain gear close at hand, and it is making it for a nice morning. It's still pretty warm here. Like, let's see. Yeah, it's like 63 degrees this morning. That's the warmest morning I've had yet. But the cloud overcast is nice. All right, still heading for the Box Canyon Trail. There is a little stream flowing. Wasn't sure if it would be or not. Skip across. And up we go. thru hikers have like the best stories. So last night, was having dinner with a group of other thru hikers, and we were sharing our experiences with like wildlife encounters. And this one guy, he told about his encounter with a mountain lion about 20 miles outside of Silver City, right where I cowboy camped, by the way, alone. And said he was walking on the trail, and this rabbit just came running straight up the trail towards him, which is unusual, before like darting off into the field. And then he looked up, and there was a huge mountain lion just sitting in the middle of the trail, just a few yards, down the trail in front of him. So he, tried scaring it off, and it wasn't really worried. So he pulled out his bear spray, and then eventually the big cat just kind of walked out behind the rock, and he never saw it again. But he put his bear spray in the side pocket of his pack, and he was walking along later and reached back to like grab a water bottle, and when he did, he had forgotten to put the safety on his bear spray, and he depressed it, and it went off and just sprayed him all across his like waistline. And he said that it really burns a lot, and when he went to wash it later, it's like it reactivated it all. And so this is how we learn lessons out here on the trail, by our own mistakes and by others. All right, I just saw a sign that I'm leaving Ghost Ranch, and I can see I think I went off trail, so I got to go to the other side of this creek. All right, I'm going to pay attention. Such a pretty canyon. Oh. When you get to the trail where it crosses little streams and washes, it's easy to lose the trail because there's like a lot of water runoff that looks like trails or animal trails, and you lose your sight because you're down lower, so you can't see what is up above. Glad I have a little route around. I am carrying 3 liters of water because it doesn't look like I have a water source until like I think 13 miles in, and I just don't know. Yesterday I was drinking a lot. It was quite hot. I don't think that's going to be the case today, but I will be climbing a lot, so I will probably drink more than usual. All right, let's get up this canyon. This trail's a little tricky to follow because it's pretty overgrown in sections. Sometimes like the trail's hidden by all the little brush. Kind of push through to find the track again. Whoop. Go. Just working our way up the canyon. This is kind of like the Gila. Like a miniature version. There was a sign out there that said mountain lion sightings. So, and I heard something a minute ago that sounded awful lot like a mountain lion up in these rocks somewhere, but it stopped. So probably heard me. So I'm not real sure where I go. I can't remember. This is kind of confusing. I'm gonna try, but I think I start climbing up here, or maybe it was right back there. I'm not sure. Gonna see. Yeah, I just had to navigate around a bunch of big rocks and stuff. The canyon's closing in more and more. We got all the little side canyons too. Ah, here's where I start climbing up. I remember this now. All right, I started to climb my way up and out of this box canyon. And I remember it was pretty steep for a little while. So, I will get some climbing done and I'll take some videos of some of the views as I go along. Whew. I know you can't tell, but it's like going, oh, I've got huge steps going straight up. Okay. See you in a bit. It's like a spring water almost. Running all the way down into the canyon. Like a natural water slide. That would probably be a little rough though if you tried to actually slide down it. Oh, I see my climb go way up. This is the head of that box canyon. Feeling a couple of sprinkles and those clouds are pretty dark. So I'm hoping I get up to the top of this climb, at least the steep part, so I can pull out my umbrella. But right now I really kind of need both poles to help me get this heavy pack up there. So that's a good view of the canyon I made my way up through. And came up the box canyon and climbed up. Now I'm climbing up on top of this. I guess it's a mesa. Oh, but it's up. So those buildings down there are some of the buildings from Ghost Ranch. And then I'm way up high now. And I thought I spotted, oh yeah, for that skinny rock, that's the top of Chimney Rock. I'm behind it now. Wow, that's gotta be the most beautiful cactus I've seen yet. And I am on the edge of all this rain. Had a few sprinkles, but I'm hoping I get through all this before it really decides to rain on me. Or even luckier, maybe I won't get rained on. Yeah, that's a nice little water flow spot. Well, the rain caught me hard enough to pull out my umbrella. It's slowed down again right now, but I'm just gonna keep the umbrella out for a while because I don't have any kind of tree cover. But I'm trying to work my way towards it. Well, I'm in a higher up, like little canyon with big walls around me, so. And I see like more hills in the distance, so that's kind of what I'm working my way steadily through. Looking forward to tree line, but this umbrella works great. Like, it's keeping me and my pack pretty dry, and the rain is keeping it cold during the big climb, so not complaining. So those are the cliffs I walked beside earlier. Now I'm up above them. Back down in there is Ghost Ranch. I'm still climbing, but I think I'm nearing the top of this big steep climb. And I'm glad I did it now, because boy, when this gets muddy, it is so steep, it would be really tough. It was tough now. So the trail finally climbed and put me on a Jeep road. I've been on for about a mile, and I think I'll be on Jeep roads for a bit. I think there's a water source up here in like a mile and a half, but it says pass it. It's not a desirable one. So it must be pretty bad, even by thru hiker standards. And then my next water source is, I gotta pull it up. It's like at a mile 13, I think. So, and I'm about 5.5 miles, so I've got plenty of water. Oh, I packed out a lot, so I should be fine. And it's cool. The temperature has dropped down into the low 50s. The rain has stopped for the moment. Every once in a while I feel a little sprinkle, but and it's quiet. Haven't seen anybody yet. I do see like some footprints that look pretty fresh, like they're either from early this morning, which I set out pretty early, so I don't know, or maybe yesterday afternoon, because there was some rain up in this area yesterday afternoon, and they may have left them then. But it's good to know there's somebody else out ahead of me. There's some people, at least 2, starting today, but I don't know that I'll see them, because if they get a late start and with the rain and the mud they're gonna have to deal with, because that area I hiked through, I'm sure it's quite muddy because it looked like it rained a bit more back there. So we'll see if I run into anybody or not. And if not, then I'm just enjoying the solitude and my time alone with God here. All right, check in later. Well, here's the cow tank. Honestly, I've seen much worse, but I do not need water, so continuing. So far, I've been able to circumnavigate most of the bad mud on the road. It started raining again though, so and up ahead, this looks like it's getting muddier. But we'll see. Pretty rainy looking. Stopped drizzling for a second. My trail is like a really faint path that turns off right here. While it's not raining, I'm gonna take a real quick break. Maybe up in here. Maybe there's like a spot I can sit. And then carry on, because I don't think I've really taken my pack off for a while. I've done quite a bit of climbing. Yeah, I just need a sitting spot. I guess I can sit on this log right here. Okay, quick break. It's very misty, so hard to see, but that lake, I bet that's Abakui Lake. Way up here. Climbing this little trail. It's really nice, whoever put cairns, because sometimes you can't even see the trail at all. You can't really discern it. But you can look for the little rock piles and they kind of direct you where to go. This is good right now. I can actually see the trail. Climb it up. I think I've done like half of my climbing for the day, for my total elevation gain for the day already. And it's only like 10:30, so that's good. Well, pretty nice view of the hills. Although, misty view. This will be called my gray and drizzly day. All right, I was on that road. It says here, turn left on a Jeep trail. Not really a trail, but oh well. I will walk this way. Well, I guess there's a little discoloration on the grass, and there's a cairn, so I'm going the right way. This would be so pretty with a little better light. This field is just like full of these wild irises. I've never seen so many. Well, I'm off trail. I'm just kind of like, I think I'm following a game trail. It looked like an official trail. it's going in the right direction, so eventually I'll meet back up with the trail ahead. Got some aspens. The rain stopped again for a moment, so that's awesome. When I get up to the trail, I'm gonna stop, have lunch. So I basically followed a cow trail and then just bushwhacked through a little grove of trees in this field. And now I'm actually on the official CDT again. So I bushwhacked over to the CDT. I'm following the CDT post signs here. There's a water source close by. I'm gonna check where the next water source is because I may or may not need to get any, but I do need to stop to eat, so going to do that. Well, it feels good to be back on the CDT. I've got a little over 12 miles to get to the lake I would like to camp at. It's like Cajilon or Cajilon, or I'm not sure. And I'm reading some comments. It looks like there may be some weird navigation up ahead at some point where there's a lot of blowdowns and the far out app is off, so I'll have to figure that out when I get there. But for now, there's no rain. I mean, it's rainy looking all around, but I'm finally out of that drizzly and moderate rain cloud. So hopefully I can dry out a little bit because everything's damp. My shoes and socks are soaked just walking through the wet grass. So I think tomorrow's supposed to be much nicer. I hope so, because I'd like to be able to dry out. It's a little chilly, like when I stop too long for lunch. It's better when I'm moving, so. And this mud keeps kicking up on my shoes again. But not quite as bad as the other day. Gosh, that was horrible. So I'm going to hike for a bit and see what's up ahead. It looks cool with the clouds hanging out there, but I hope they stay there. Little aspen grove. CDT marker, so I'm on track, not on a cow trail. It's hard to say sometimes. There's been several shooting off in different directions, and they all have cow hooves in them, so how pretty. The trail up here, it's like barely discernible, if at all. I mean, there's not really a trail. Which is fine, but it's tricky. You have to keep referencing your maps to make sure you're heading in the right direction. Cows out there. I like the last post. It's a post with a cairn on top. Yeah, because otherwise you'd really miss your turns. There's nothing to indicate, and none of these roads are clear, and there's a bunch of them crossing. Pretty out here. A sign. Canada. And Cajilon, that's the lake I'm headed to, so am I supposed to turn on the road? Let me check. Oh no, I'm supposed to go straight. I see a CDT marker. You two are too cute, little twins. Okay, I think I turn right back off of this here. Just a second. Maybe here. Yep. Wow. Well, that's not very clear. Good grief. That is the trail. Seriously. You'd never be able to navigate this without having some kind of online map. Really? Okay. No. That looks like trail. This. There we go. It's crazy. This section has a lot of I think it's scrub oak up here. It's funny how they made this trail. I think they literally took some cow trails and linked them together. It's pretty funny. Lots of cows up in here too. I am in a cloud. It's just foggy. A gate. It's the first time I've seen a gate where they put barbed wire across the top. I had to really duck to get under. I can't. Poor tall people. Seems kind of dangerous if you're not paying attention. Walk into barbed wire in your throat. Okay. Well, this is a little easier to follow since it's open and not inside all the scrub with a billion cow trails. Trails still just traversing these open hills and free range cow grazing areas. And so far the rain is still holding off. This has been some tricky navigation today, I will say. You're coming on this road and it's saying make a sharp right where two roads come together. Well, there's no roads coming together, but I happen to see this fallen over sign that's hidden when you're coming this way by the tree. You don't even see it. So good thing I looked, because I would have kept walking this way. So here we go. And man, just a lot of you get on a little trail that looks like a cow trail, and then there's tons of them going in every direction, and the one that looks like it would be the main trail, that's usually not. Tricky. Rain came back. Now the trail's been going through forest. There's been quite a few blowdowns, which is not the easiest to navigate in rain because they're very slippery. But for the most part, I've been able to step over probably 90% of them, so that's good. And I'm still 6 miles from my lake. Thought it was closer. It seems like Far Out will do that. It'll change the distance on me, but I don't know. Maybe I was looking at the wrong icon. So 6 miles, less than 6 miles actually, but 5.5, 6 miles to the lake. Well, there's my first view in a while. Oh, gross. I've been kind of sucked into the very wet, soggy forest. Alright. Coming out on a road. I'm gonna go this way. This is beautiful. My trail leaving a little road. It's nice. Except maybe the clouds. The weather looks pretty grody over there, and it doesn't look that great right there. So, kind of in the best spot at the moment. It would be so nice if it's not raining when I get to camp to set up. Beautiful, pretty valley. Okay, here we go. Trail goes down and up. Today is the day, oh, that was gross, of rain and cows. And all the little babies. They're so cute. Sorry guys, my trail goes right through here. There you go. Well, that looks really bad, and it's starting to sound really bad. Man, I hope I can get to camp. 2.5 miles. Of course, I'm like in the most exposed place while this thunderstorm is rolling in, and there is some good lightning in it. So hopefully I get to these trees very quickly. Please hold off. Well, that's good news. I'm heading the right way. This has been a mess. Got caught by the thunderstorm. I got my rain jacket onto my umbrella out in time. Trail's got a lot of mud and blowdowns, and the rain has slowed down. It was really hard, hitting sideways for a while, and the wind was blowing so hard, which is why I wasn't recording. But I'm getting through this bit by bit, and yeah, should be soon enough to the campground. And I'm so excited. They have a pit toilet, and if I have to, I can sleep inside that thing. That would be the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my life, but if it keeps me out of thunderstorms and lets me dry out, because I'm pretty soaked, that'd be good. Okay, I gotta duck. That's a little weird. Okay. I think I'm about 0.6 of a mile. Oh, I'm so hungry. That's a good looking stream. Let's see if I can do this without falling. I made it. There's the lake. And then Carson National Forest. I'm gonna go see where this pit toilet's at. I imagine it's up ahead. I believe I'm looking at what was the vault toilet. That's disappointing. There is some trash. There's a sign that says no camping, but you know what? I think I'm gonna be camping somewhere. I just gotta find somewhere. It's so wet everywhere. Ugh, disappointed. Okay, so I got my tent set up in the rain. And today I can't say has been my favorite day on trail, but it's had some moments. I guess it's good practice dealing with bad weather, but man, it rained so much. Just drizzled, or was moderate rain, or that heavy thunderstorm that hit me. I mean, like one thing after the other. I think it's going to be pretty chilly tonight because the air is just so damp. And I'm really hoping for sunshine tomorrow so I can get everything dried out at some point because my tent's, I mean, it's really wet. And I have a feeling there's going to be some condensation in here tonight. But I'm about to eat my warm meal. Hopefully that'll warm me up a bit. And then get some rest and do it all again tomorrow. So I'll see y'all on the trail.